What's good, guys? Time for a DL short. Before I get started, shout out to Valuetainment and the whole Valuetainment fam down there. They got good products, guys. You might want to get some of their merch, man. I like this hat, man. We wear this hat all the time. So I want to talk about the possible trucker boycott of the state of Florida. Yeah, that's going on right now. And this has everything to do with uh, Governor Ron DeSantis' new anti-immigration uh, law in Florida. I honestly don't know what his team is thinking. I have no idea why he decided to do. Well, I do have an idea. DeSantis people probably thinks this helps him in his bid to be president of the United States, which it's 5:27 p.m. on the East Coast. I'm not sure if he even announced yet, but he's supposed to announce today, 5:24. He's supposed to announce today via Twitter that he's going to run. But he's doing this thing so he can show that he's hard on immigration. He has a tough stance on illegal immigration. Okay. But he's in a state that's heavily reliant upon that labor. Like it or not, that labor, migrant workers, undocumented people in Florida do a lot of work here. A lot of work, a lot of contracting work, a lot of restaurant, hospitality work, a lot of landscaping, a lot of agriculture. Who you think is down here picking the oranges and stuff like that? All right. So I don't know what DeSantis' team was thinking or what Governor DeSantis is thinking. This was a horrible idea. I agree with where he's coming from. We have to do something about illegal immigration, but this is not the way. So I saw something on News Nation. You guys should check this out.
Immigrant truck drivers, mostly Latino, are reportedly threatening to stop delivering any goods to the state of Florida. This follows Governor Ron DeSantis' decision to sign into law a new bill, which is among some of the toughest anti-immigration legislation in years. From Run That, we go live to Xavier Walton in Miami. Xavier, break this all down for us.
Well, Adrian, this call to action by Latino truck drivers really picked up steam, if you will, on TikTok over the weekend. One driver saying, "Do not enter Florida," then encouraging other Latino truck drivers to do the same, follow suit, and that led to a thread on social media. Bottom line here, Latino drivers are calling for a boycott and in some regards refusing to deliver shipments here in Florida. All this in response to a sweeping anti-immigration bill signed into law just last week by Governor DeSantis. The law aimed to limit the flow of illegal immigration. Among other things, under the new law, businesses with more than 25 staffers are required to use E-Verify. That's a federal system that determines if employees can legally work in the United States. It also requires employers to fire an employee if they discover that employee to be a foreign national who is not authorized to work in the country. Another provision from the law, it invalidates out-of-state driver's licenses issued to unauthorized immigrants.
Now, here's the thing. Everything that's mentioned here, it's already on the books. There's already federal laws and there were existing state laws that covers all this. Illegal immigration is called illegal because it is. It's illegal. This is just a doubling down. This is just, look how tough I am. I made it even harder sort of thing. Hey, look, Joe Biden, this is how you handle illegal immigration. That's what DeSantis is hoping to do. He's hoping to get points. But they didn't think this through. And this is coming from a governor who got into office with the Hispanic vote. It was the Cubans that got him over the hump in his first bid for governor down here when he was going against Gullah. So it's crazy to me that he would do something like this and think that, oh, it's not going to affect me whatsoever. Now, the other side of it could be, he's like, yo, man, I'm already in my second term. It doesn't matter. I'm going to do this, whatever. It just doesn't matter. They've changed the state law so he can go run for president. And then if he is not successful, he doesn't have to give up his seat. You know, so he's kind of, you know, he's working with a net or whatever. I still say that this is not the way. Let's continue.
Show solidarity that cuts off the supply chain to Florida. A. B, it's also a statement of solidarity with their fellow countrymen who don't see that status as an issue when they're here.
So immigrant advocates say Florida's approach is targeting a community, a group of people already struggling to survive. Here's some stats for you. 21% of people living in Florida, the Sunshine State, aren't born in the United States. That's according to the Migration Policy Institute. A grassroots nonprofit estimates there are approximately 300,000 farm workers who live in the state illegally, making up about 60% of the state's farming workforce.
That alone is going to be massive. That alone, you just said 60% of the farming workforce are undocumented in Florida. And you had that attorney who was saying, you know, there's some people out there who, you know, they don't feel that, you know, someone's status is you know, a problem. Well, it is a problem. It's illegal. I'm not against, you know, common sense laws and procedures to stop, you know, illegal immigration. I'm not against. In fact, I'm for it wholeheartedly. There are people who wait years and decades to become citizens. They do it the correct way. They pay money. They go through all the BS, and then they get their status. That's what everyone should do. But I also understand that we have a labor issue here in this country. We have a labor issue. So we should open up the country for those migrant workers who want to come on a guest worker visa program where they can come, they can work, and they can go back home, which is what they really want to do. Contrary to popular belief, most of the people who are here, especially from South and Central America, they don't want to live in America. They just want to come make the money, and they want to go back to wherever they're from, go back to their family. That's what they want to do. It's these political plays that shuts the border down that kind of forces people to stay here because this is where they make the money. And then they want to bring their family here because they don't want to leave their family, you know, in Central or South America. This is how it works, bro. So I don't understand what DeSantis and DeSantis' team is thinking. This is going to definitely hurt him on a national stage if he can manage to win the Republican nomination, which is a steep climb for him, right? Got to get past Trump. So he's going to do all this stuff. When you add in the stuff that he wants to do with female reproductive rights, stuff that he's done down here, you add in here the way teachers are leaving the state in droves. You add to that the fight with Disney. There's just so many things that are just not going well in Florida right now. And Florida's governor is more focused on running for the White House than he is taking care of his own state. This guy's making mistakes. He's making mistakes, and people see the mistakes. Well, that's my take on it, man. You guys let me know how you feel. I'm going to holler at y'all later, man. I'm DL Singh. Peace.